Hello guys, first thing first, I want to thank you all for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate the support from my fellow kings. It really helped me when it comes to staying motivated to keep pumping out content. And just having my sub count above the square root of 4 really brightens up my mood. It's a beauty to behold. Seriously, thanks for the support fellas. So, let's get to the video. 2013, what a year. It gave us such classic games like Black Flag, Bioshock Infinite, The Last of Us, and the ever-infinite money printing machine called GTA 5. It was also the year that gave us Peggle 2, Farming Simulator, and Doodle Jump for the Xbox 360 Kinect. But among these works of art is the topic of today's video, a little game by the name of Contrast.
But you never really leave me, no matter what I do. I don't mind.
Contrast is a puzzle-based platform-style game developed by Compulsion Games in 2013. In this game you play as Dawn, a pretty good-looking mime girl who helps out Diddy, a small girl with such mundane tasks like making a bridge with a broken sign or unlocking the secrets of the universe. It's a game that had a bit of fuzz when it first came out, but then it was quickly over in favor of other, better games that came out that same year. And honestly, I love it. It has become one of my favorite platformers of all time, and it's an actual cardinal sin that it has the same score as Balan Wonderland. Seriously. What's wrong with you people? The gameplay consists of a really inventive form of platforming. The player must solve puzzles that require movement between the physical world, which is 3D, and the shadow realm, which is 2D. The player may sometimes manipulate different light sources in the 3D world, like spotlights, projectors, etc., to create the shadow paths that reach into new areas. The entire game revolves about this mechanic, and it's so versatile. You do everything from riding on the shadows of carousel seats to a multiple level puzzle inside of a hotel that revolves around perspective. It's really damn bonkers. Now, the puzzles are generally easy but satisfying, but some of the puzzles in the last act can be generally described as impossible for mere mortals like me. There's one involving a representation of the solar system that took me around 20 to 25 minutes, but still. The visuals and the little rewards you are given with wonderful voice acting or visual design was well worth it. The goal of the game is exploration and discovery through problem solving, and it's amazing. Another thing the game does wonderfully is storytelling. The story of Contrast follows a heartfelt story of a young girl, Diddy, and her parents were trying to come back together as they make painful choices.
You broke my finger!
And solve difficult situations, all the while unraveling a mysterious tale of intrigue that just may surprise you. The story has a through feel. It's consistent throughout the entire game, and not merely trying to get to certain moments or the climactic finale just for the sake of it. But the main thing that personally blew me away is that we don't see any characters apart from these two. The game once again decides to do something different. All we see of any other character is just their silhouette or their shadow. Yes, indeed, the game's art direction is its strongest part. It has a unique style about it, and it's simply marvelous. Many games like Bioshock Infinite and Filter have toyed with a similar noir, pulp, 90s 20s jazz aesthetic, but this is the game that effectively uses that whole aura of like jazz clubs, flappers, art deco, and dancing to Charleston. It's clearly inspired by
Belle Époque, Art Nouveau.
And it wears its influences on its sleeves. It's pure eye candy in pixel form. Every character and level are so beautiful, and the light and shadow effects are pretty nice. Hell, even the collectibles are stylized to serve the aesthetic. In any other game, these would just be notes or audio tapes, which they are, but here they're gramophones. that yet again give us a big projection of the character that's talking. Can this game do any wrong? Well, yeah, yes it can. Firstly, when Diddy isn't advancing the plot or helping you out with something, she is basically a mix of your old fat-ass boss and Navi from Zelda. She'll virtually just stand there doing nothing while you work your way through a puzzle that consumes about 85% of your brain power. But she won't just let you work, no. She'll keep buzzing in, complaining that you aren't working hard enough. Truly despicable. But I can't really hold that against her, because she makes up for it by being racist against squids.
Yeah, take that! Go back where you came from, you big squid! Go find a whale to pick on!
In fact, even her dad is racist against creatures.
You should never make fun of people, but with ogres, sometimes you have to.
Bird-based. Another thing this game has against it is that the controls are kinda janky when in the Shadow Realm. There is a small delay when you jump from in and out of the Shadow Realm, which leads to a loss of momentum, which has led me to fail some jumps. Also, this puzzle. Fuck this puzzle. All my homies hate this puzzle. So, it isn't at all controversial that this game is obscure. I can make the same argument here that some people make with games like Fallout New Vegas or Arkham Origins. It's a game that, yes, was shunned when it originally released, but that doesn't mean anything now. This game has aged beautifully, and it should be celebrated for what it is, not what some nerd thought in 2013. I'm not a big publisher bad, indie good type of guy, but I want to say that this game makes me excited about indie games. It provides an intimacy and patience story-wise that we don't really see in AAA titles. Visually, this game is an absolute joy. Diddy and Dawn are fascinating characters, and I grew to love the wonderful silhouettes of the characters around them. The soundtrack is wonderful and it goes super hard. You can see that the sound and visuals were designed to complement each other. Contrast is a bit on the shorter side, and honestly, I wish for more just because it was so damn fun. But all I can really say for certain about this game is that I want Dawn and her mime